Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my 2024 reading stats. So like how many books I read, how many pages, genres, etc. And then I made like some categories and I picked a book for like each category like as the winner, I guess. So last year, 2024, I read 52 books and that was my goal as well, so I met my goal. It was a struggle, like I feel like I've really slowed down in my reading, but this year I hope to pick that up because I hope to read 100 books this year. I read 14,403 pages. The shortest book I read was 27 pages, and the longest book I read was 494 pages. Now for like, I guess, age group. For adult, I read 21 books. For YA or teen, I read 18 books. And for kids, I read 13 books, which is pretty much the same as it was last year. I guess it's been a few years since I've like gotten away from reading teen books and I started reading adult books, even though it's been years since I was a teen. But I mean, really, you can read whatever age group you want, really. Doesn't matter. Now for genres. For classics, I read 12 books. For historical fiction, I read 8 books. For fantasy, I read 11. And for contemporary, I read 16. And then I read 4 nonfiction, which is pretty much the same as it was last year as well. I always read more fiction than nonfiction because I want to have fun, I guess. The only nonfiction I really like is like celebrity memoir type, like that. 9 of the books I read were rereads, so I reread books that I liked, I guess. I started 2 series and I finished 3 series. I always struggle with that, finishing series, so I really shouldn't be starting anymore. So then I'm going to move on to my categories I made up. So for best series, I chose Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco and The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. For best rereads, I chose 8 Cousins by Louisa May Alcott and The Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Shaffer and Annie Barrows. For best kid classic, I chose Secret World of Og by Pierre Berton. For the best festive read, I chose The 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohen and David Levithan. For best suspense, I chose The Island by Natasha Preston and You by Caroline Kepnes. And for best sequel, I chose Rose in Bloom by Louisa May Alcott. For best humor, I chose Eso Trot by Roald Dahl and My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Jody Meadows, and Brody Ashton. For the best memoir, I chose 84 Charing Cross Road by Helen Hamp. For best historical fiction, I chose Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco and The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. For best confusing poem, I chose Hunting of the Snark by Lewis Carroll. For best short story collection, I chose Uncommon Type by Tom Hanks. And the final category is best teddy bear. I chose More About Paddington by Michael Bond. So those were my award season and my stats and all that. Let me know how many books you read and how long they were and whatever your reading goals are for this year or last year. And I will see you soon.